Okay, let's talk about board exams. It's a super stressful time, right? Just filled with questions and a ton of what ifs. But don't you worry. Today, we're going to cut through all that noise and get straight to the facts about the ICSE Class 10 exam. This is the big one. This is the question on literally every student's mind. So let's just forget all the rumors you've heard, all the complicated chatter. In the next few minutes, I'm going to give you a clear, simple answer. And here's our game plan for today. We're going to start by cracking the ISCE code, then we'll look at what I call the 3 magic numbers for passing. We'll get into your marks and grades, bust a really common exam myth, and finally, help you build your own success strategy. Sound good? Let's dive in. First things first, let's get a handle on the actual rules of the game. The ICSE system has its own specific structure, but once you see it all laid out, I promise you, it's actually pretty straightforward. Now, I really want you to pay close attention here. Seriously, if you remember nothing else from this entire explainer, remember this part. We're about to cover the 3 magic numbers that decide whether you pass or fail. So here's the most important thing to get. Passing isn't about hitting just one single target. Nope, it's about meeting 3 simple conditions that all work together. Let's take a look at the very first one. The first magic number is 35%. It's really that simple. To pass any single subject in your ICSE Class 10 exam, you have to score a minimum of 35 out of 100. That's rule number 1. Second, you're taking exams for 6 subjects, right? Well, you only need to pass in 5 of them. This is what people call the best of 5 rule. But, and this is a huge but, English has to be one of those 5 subjects you pass. No exceptions. And our third and final magic number is 33%. This is your overall average. So the average of your best 5 subjects, with English in there of course, has to be at least 33%. And this is how it all clicks together. Think of it like a 2-part check. Part 1, did you get at least 35% in 5 subjects, one of which has to be English? Part 2, is the average of those 5 subjects 33% or higher? If you can say yes to both, congratulations, you've passed. So how does the board even calculate your final score in a subject? Well, it's not just from that one big exam. It's actually a mix of 2 things: the external exam you write and your internal assessments from your school. Now, this is where it gets kind of interesting. Look at how the importance or the weightage changes. For your main subjects in groups I and II, it's an 80-20 split, so 80% from the board exam, 20% from your school. But for your Group 3 elective, like computer apps, that split becomes an even 50-50. And just to quickly clear up what those groups mean, Group I subjects are the ones everybody takes, no choice. We're talking English, history, civics, geography, and a second language. Groups 2 and 3, on the other hand, are where you get to pick subjects you like, stuff like math, science, or art, based on your interests and what you might want to study down the road. All right, so when you finally get that mark sheet in your hands, you're not just going to see percentages, you're going to see grades. And the ICSE board uses a very specific grading language, which, you guessed it, we are about to translate for you. For your big external board exams, your results are on a 9-point scale. So grades 1 and 2 are considered very good. Anything from 3 all the way to 7 is a pass, with different levels like pass with credit and just pass. Now, if you see a grade of 8 or 9, that unfortunately means a fail in that particular subject. Now, for your internal stuff, your school projects and assignments, the grading is totally different. It's a simple letter scale from A to E. A is very good, and anything down to D is a pass. E is a fail. So just remember, 2 different systems for the 2 parts that make up your total score. Every exam system has its own myths and rumors that just fly around, and ICSE is no different. There's one myth in particular that causes so much confusion, so let's just clear it up once and for all. I bet you've heard this one before. The idea that the exam for, say, physics might be on a Monday in one city and a Tuesday in another. But is that even possible? The answer is a huge, definite no. The rule is super simple. Every single ICSE exam for a specific subject starts on the exact same day, at the exact same time, all across India. And why? To make sure it's completely fair for every single student. Okay, we've covered the rules, the scoring, the grades, the whole shebang. Now, for the most practical part, let's put it all together so you can calculate your final score and see exactly where you stand. So let's just run through that passing checklist one last time, quick fire style. You need at least 35% in 5 subjects, English has to be one of them, and the average of those 5 needs to be 33% or more. Got it? Perfect. And here's exactly how you do the math in 4 easy steps. 1. List out your marks for all 6 subjects. 2. Pick your top 5 scores, but don't forget you have to include English, even if it's not one of your highest scores. 3. Add those 5 scores together. And 4. Divide that total number by 5. And that's it. That number right there is your final ICSE percentage. So there you have it. The rules, the numbers, the strategy, it's all laid out for you. You are now officially equipped with all the knowledge you need to face your exams with clarity and hopefully a lot more confidence. The only question left is, now that you know all this, what's your first step going to be?